My people, I don't carry come again, no. I don't carry come again on this wonderful channel, Talk with TV. I will bring you back-to-back update on news as they hot. My people, they call the talk for here. Say IPOB don't suspect arrested for extorting Anambra residents with death threat. Anambra disowned suspect arrested for extorting Anambra residents with death threat. Now waiting them talk. The indigenous people of Biafra has denied the 3 persons arrested by the Anambra State Police Command for extorting members of the public and issuing death threats. Wonderful people, now here the P. Please, if this is the first time listening to this wonderful channel, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and like, comment, and share. That one, they're very important. The subscribe button be say anytime we get to Bunga, New Zealand, or store step, you'll be the first to be notified as it is hot. And our people, they now don't hear say IPO people, they don't disown some suspects. If you say these suspects, they threaten them with death. Now waiting them talk for here. They also talk for here. Say the men were arrested in Omonze and Ozobolo, Orumba, Southeast, and Ekusigo local government area. The suspects posing as commanders of the militant wing of IPOB, Eastern Security Network, specialized in sending messages to the residents and threatening to kill, to kidnap them and their relatives, except they pay some specified sum of money. And so these people, them arrest now, and so now they talk say, these people now, they go kidnap you, come they tell you, say you pay one specified amount, and I make IPOB, they deny these people, and say them the suspect, say them they threaten them with death, and I make them deny them. Those who talk for years, IPOB and ESN are not criminals, but because that Nigerian government wants to bring IPOB down and turn Biafra against ESN, they constantly create fake news against the movement when they cannot create any blackmail or propaganda against IPOB and ESN. They link every crime in Biafra land against IPOB and ESN. In the southeast today, the Nigerian DSS has created several criminal gangs to claim to be IPOB and ESN when arrested by security operatives. Some of these criminals were given police and army uniform for their covert criminal operation. And I don't hear them say these people, they hide under Biafra, and they also talk for here, say some of these criminals were given police and army uniforms for their covert criminal operation. Even some of the petty criminals are caught. The Nigerian security net forces will force them to confess to being IPOB or EFM members. It is laughable that the Nigerian police force would constantly ridicule themselves in desperation to blackmailing IPOB. IPOB people come to talk say this one now blackmail from the police force. Say now what them they do, will come gather boys wear the IPOB clothes or ESN clothes. They talk say and they go to force them to confess say them the IPOB people. Meanwhile they are not in any form of any force. And now what they talk? What make they talk this and say and they this one now blackmail, and you know say IPOB they talk say now so them they do any small thing will happen them go talk say now IPOB will do them, and I go think they talk for here say these people wait them catch, say these people they send messages to residents and threaten to kill or kidnap them and their relatives, except they pay some specified sum of money. But IPOB is in a statement by its media and publicity secretary, more powerful, denied that no member of IPOB extorted from the public, and said that no member of IPOB was extorted from the public. Now waiting they talk, so nobody from IPOB, these people where they talk to the IPOB where they can say nothing like that. So no member from IPOB was extorted. So this one a blackmail from the police. And I make that waiting I've got in my power for the talk and make him talk. Make him look like say I ain't hear this kind of thing, no can talk. I ain't done doing all research and research don't do a finish. Come talk say nobody for IPOB where they extort. He also talk for here. Said the sectionist group accused the police of deliberately working to tarnish its image by leveling allegations. IPOB and ESNs are not criminals, but because the Nigerian government want to bring IPOB down and turn Biafrans against ESN, they constantly create fake news against the movement. And I waiting again my prof they talk say this one now na police plan say because say I police forces want turn IPOB against ESN. I make the talk say they arrest some suspected IPOB people. And then again my prof come they clear and say nothing like that. Say the people want to catch, the IPOB people. Say the people want to talk say on his thoughts and no be IPOB. Say in don't do research and find out say no be IPOB people. So this one na blackmail. We want use the level allegations against IPOB. Now waiting on guy in my powerful talk, and he said the IPOB and ESNs are not criminals, and just that because of the NIG government and they don't. And then because of the energy government want to bring IPOB down and turn Biafrans against ESN, they constantly create fake news against the movement when they cannot create any blackmail or propaganda against IPOB and ESN. They link every crime in Biafra land against IPOB and ESN. In the southeast today, Nigerian DSS has created several criminal gangs to claim to be IPOB and ESN when arrested by security operatives. Some of these criminals were given police and army uniform for their covert criminal operation. Even when some petty criminals are caught, the Nigerian forces and the Nigerian security force they force them to confess to being IPOB or ESN members. It is laughable that the Nigerian police force will constantly ridicule themselves in a desperation to blackmail IPOB, and they talk say this one what they do now. NIG government police force now then they do this one. Say na blackmail and they blackmail IPOB people and say no say IPOB people they no be criminal, and they talk say IPOB people no be criminal now because say they want to Biafra against ESN. I made them they talk all this thing they blackmail IPOB. Now we can talk. He also talk for here. Say IPOB and ESN do not call and threaten our people to support the movement. Neither we engage in any activities that will harm the same people we are working to protect. And say this one now say and Ogama talk say we not be criminal. And this one say when I talk say now we the call say may them give us a amount. Say na lie you say they know they do like that. Say Biafrans, IPOB, them know they do like that. And say instead, say they go engage in activity. Say they go engage in activity. Where we say this activity where they go engage. Say they go engage in any activity where go harm the same people we are working to protect. The most IPOB can do is to solicit voluntary financial support from street Biafrans for substance of ESN to continue in their core duty of protecting our land from Fulani invaders. No one has or can be threatened to support the struggle, and so they know they force people and to enter ESN security network. So nobody they know they force anybody, and this is where they talk say that they call people for phone, they threaten them, they give them money. And I waiting again up of the talk say we know they do that one. Now the people where we use their hands volunteer say I go give these people money, and I waiting Oga in my powerful country say this one no be IPOB do am, and so no be IPOB people so talk this one, and no be IPOB people who na talk say catch this one where police talk say them catch IPOB people say na lie, because say the news is all about they say IPOB this own suspect arrested for extorting Anambra residents with death threats. And when I waiting on game up on the talk and so the police force they do say any crime where they just see then go level them against IPOB people. And even say when they catch all these petty criminals, then go they force them to confess, say them be IPOB people. Now waiting on game up for using my talk say now waiting the ESN the Nigerian police force they do, and so this one that they use and try to they blackmail IPOB people. I say no good. So why they go? They try to blackmail us. So that one is laughable. So any small thing will happen, go they call IPOB name. Wonderful people now don't hear us today for here, and I hear we'll go cut on for now. Beg you my first time and listen to this wonderful channel. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share.